24 podcast, where lifelong friends Dean Legiro and Eric Kuber share their love of all things music and movies. Dean has directed short films and is a music trivia buff. And Eric, trained in audio engineering, brings his extensive knowledge of music and film to the conversation as they discuss, debate, and celebrate their favorite albums, films, and much more.
Happy Thursday!
This is the first.
Yeah, we haven't done it. We haven't done a show in a while,
and we haven't. It's always been on a Wednesday, right?
Yes, like they say, it's been a minute since we've done a show. We've got somebody in the chat already. Kelly Kuber, hello. Yay! Hands clapping. Congratulations. Cool. Welcome, Kelly. If you're as people start coming in, so happy holidays.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
Indeed.
What you got?
I got the Kraken with ginger ale. Yeah, it's a
Kraken
kind of a half-assed dark and stormy, but the Kraken is rum. But it's it's 94 proof, so it's up there.
I have Southern Comfort eggnog. Paired with his buddy Jim Beam.
Okay, that'll work.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Beth. How are you?
Hello, Beth.
Mr. John Robert, how are you? Happy holidays as well. Good evening, Sean Grady. Let's get some people in the Wheel of Names. Wow, we got some.
Right? They're coming in. They're flying in.
Sean Grady. Putting everybody into the wheel. This is vlapping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. What's that? Oh, clapping. Vlapping. Hello, everybody. Look at you. I've got like explosions in the background. You see that?
Yeah, you do. A little bit of snow going there on the top.
It's a little laser light show. Wendy, how are you, Wendy? Thanks for popping in.
It
looks like snow.
Yes, it does. Okay. Very fast.
I'll take it. Wendy, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight on a very special evening. Plus, it's the holidays too, so this is going to double.
Yeah, we're starting our celebration here.
Yeah, as a holiday show. We've got, if you've got an adult or otherwise beverage, this is an adult eggnog. Eric has just an adult beverage.
Just an adult.
It's not even an adult version. It's just
yeah.
It's just
the Kraken. I have unleashed the Kraken this evening, so yeah.
So I'll be sipping on this through the night and refilling it. I have all the accoutrements right here. A little bar area set up to
okay. Got his little So we've dropped a very special episode today.
Yep. We did. Normally we're talking about the episode that's coming out tomorrow. Now we're talking about the episode that's already out.
Right.
So
yeah, the untimely passing of Christine McVie. We wanted to get show some love for her. So we're supposed to have something else in its place this week, but we kind of, given the untimely death of Christine McVie, we wanted to show our love for her and for Fleetwood Mac as always. But very special episode.
Yeah, we don't need a time and a place to do a Fleetwood Mac episode. You just tell us when. We're just going to do it. So.
That's right.
But yeah, Christine McVie was is very near and dear to our Fleetwood Mac hearts, it was a shock. It wasn't one of those things. Oh, she's, you know what it reminded me of very much of the passing of Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury did not let no one knew. Everyone had suspicions about something was wrong, this, that, and the other thing. But he literally the day before he died is when they issued. I remember. I think I have the newspaper at my parents' house of them issuing the press release, and then the next day he passed away. So I mean, this is not the same set of circumstances, but very shocking and very.
I remember we kind of knew. I remember when
you could tell
those last couple of albums that came out, those music videos.
Yeah, he was looking different.
I remember you specifically saying that, like, Freddie doesn't look good at all. He's he's looking pretty thin, and that was
well, it wasn't good, but Christine, same thing.
Idea.
We got the best out of her, and she toured up until I think this year. Fleetwood Mac was still touring, or I think it was this year they wound up their tour with Mike Campbell and Neil Finn from Crowded House.
Right. Very early on in the year, I think they wrapped it up. So
just doing all the hits and everything. So we've got a very special milestone that we're going to be celebrating, but we're not going to reveal it yet. We're going to wait a little. We're going to tease it. In the meantime, though, we've got some fun. We've got games. We've got trivia. We've got the wheel. We've pulled out the Dwight Burke Wheel of Names. Let me just kind of add that so you can see. Actually, I think everyone might get a kick out of this. But
is he here?
Your name
Dwight
is
Burke? Is he?
Yeah. Usually we have to say. Usually we invoke his name and he shows.
And he shows up from the background.
I've got the holiday picture of Dwight wearing a Santa hat.
Look at that! Fantastic.
So I have to add Kelly to the Wheel of Names. But what is the Wheel of Names? Well, whether you stay for the rest of the episode or not, you're in the Wheel of Names to win something. And tonight we're going to be giving away 2 prizes. Let's see if you can guess what the correlation is. Let's have some fun. So I'm going to put the prize up and I'll put both. We're going to be giving away 2 prizes tonight. First one is a Funko Pop of this very popular Disney character. Okay, so one randomly chosen person tonight from the Wheel of Names will win that. This is the second prize as well. So we're going to be giving away 2, one of each, and this is the second one, and this is Vito Corleone.
Corleone, yes.
Can anybody in the chat please let me know what the correlation, but what's the connection between these 2 characters? Anybody in the chat, what is the connection? What connects those 2 pops together?
I love how his mind works. Sean Grady.
Love the cat on his lap. That's not it though. But what is connecting those 2? What is the theme of those 2? So you've got some time. 50-year celebration. That's no, Donald Duck is way older than that. That's a good guess though. And are we getting close? Yeah, we're close to 50 years for Godfather, right? What was that, 72 or 73?
Oh, it's this year.
First Godfather?
Yep. Yeah, 72 is the 50th anniversary this year. Yep.
All right. So Beth is half right. So. But the Disney character does not fit into that. He is way more. Yeah, there's Dwight. See? We invoke your name. We start saying your name, and we're both hard to hear. How about if I go there? Is that better?
No, you sound great. I didn't have
look at the box, Dean. I'm not sure what that means. Look at the box, Dean.
There was something attached to Dwight's name. There was a little red.
Well, says it on the box. Do I need to show it again?
Yeah,
it says it on the box. Look at the box.
There's a little bit of a hint there on the box. Yeah.
There might be. Yeah, there's a hint there.
There's definitely a hint there. Might be. The correlation.
Oh, both hard to hear, not me. I got it. Okay. Kelly's guess is that they're both hard to hear. That Donald Duck is difficult to understand, and so is Vito Corleone.
That's a very good guess.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Both talk funny. That's interesting. No, that's the same type of thing. You guys are not. If we're going to play cold and hot and warm, you guys are cold. You guys are cold.
You guys are, and I might add, you're overthinking it.
But above says 50th. You're correct about that. But this other character does not have 50th. So what's the connection between these 2 prizes? Can you put the duck is back? Can you put the duck back? Put the duck back.
Goddamn duck.
You go out there and you find that fucking dog. Billy Madison.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody?
Wow. We're gonna give you. We might leave this then tonight. We're gonna leave this as more people come in, because since
we should. Yeah.
Since no one's guessed it yet, I'll put the other one back up again. I think it's this way. Nope, that's wrong. There he is. Is it the series number? Well, let's see. This one is 1200, and this is 1128. So no, they're not numerical. Sean is saying that Donald is ready to garrote Carlo. That's a that's a really good connection. I like the outside of the box thinking.
Very good, Sean. Very good. That's excellent.
I like the outside of the Funko Pop box thinking.
Now I can't get that image out of my mind. The way he's holding the lights. Yeah, he's ready to go. But that's not the answer.
So we're gonna leave it for now. We're gonna put it away, and as more people come in, we'll put it back up again. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
But Donald got made. You're getting warmer.
Yep. That's definitely the closest.
Kind of getting warmer. So, but we'll leave it for now. Don't stress your heads about it too much. You have a whole show tonight to figure it out. But we've got a milestone that we're celebrating, a very important and meaningful and really great milestone. But we're gonna save it. We're gonna wait a little bit longer. We're gonna build the suspense up. But we've also got the holidays coming up too. So it's a great. What would have happened if Michael didn't duck? Wow.
That's very, very deep.
You guys are
going deep here. This is
okay. Let's pull it back.
It's like my...
Wait, we have a winner. We have a winner.
Okay.
They're both Dons.
There you go.
That is it. Sean Grady.
Sean and Grady got it.
You got it. This is Don Duck, and that's Don Vito.
Don Vito Corleone. Yes.
They are both Dons. Sean, see, you guys, you know what? This was a great exercise in creative thinking.
Mm-hmm.
They are both Dons. Vito Corleone and Don Old Duck. But I like the garroting thing. I like what would happen if Michael didn't duck. I love the group think here of how everybody was really kind of.
Did you get those references though, Deke? Since you didn't see the movie?
Yes, I did.
We're always busting Dean's
John
chops.
Robert, I feel so stupid. I should have gotten that. You know what? It was you know why? Because it was so obvious, right? And everyone, usually when we try and do puzzles and things, we always try and outthink. Especially if you do word, like I do Wordle in the morning, and I always try and think that the word is going to be so much more in depth or harder than it is, and it usually turns out to be something really silly because I'm trying to be a couple of levels above it. Yeah, they were great responses, Wendy. Everybody was just kind of really. This is a fun thing. We should kind of do that again. And Beth likes her answer better.
And he says that I'm esoteric. See, audience goes there sometimes too. I mean, we're digging deep.
I love it though. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're joining us, put a hello in the chat so we can enter you into the Dwight Burke holiday wheel of names. If you look, you'll see that Dwight's got his holiday hat on for our holiday stream. So so far we've got Beth, John, R, Sean, and Wendy. Actually, I keep forgetting. I have to add Kelly. What am I doing? How dare I? There we go. Kelly's in yellow. Got her in there. Is it me or are we frozen? Are we frozen?
No.
Or are they frozen for anybody else? Sean is saying we're frozen as well. It could be a streaming thing. No. I may need to kill some of these windows just for streaming purposes. So let me just kill some of that.
You're frozen. Yeah. Kelly's saying we're frozen as well.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we'll pick back up. Hey, Timmy, how are you?
Tim Costello.
I just closed some.
We're back on track.
Windows. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes we task our systems with stuff. So we are back. So we will add people. I can't keep too many tabs open. It just drags everything down, unfortunately. Party pooper technology just sucks. So what you gonna do? But but we've got some holiday trivia. So let's do that while we wait. We're gonna tease this a little bit more. It's only quarter after. Let's do some fun trivia. This is not for points or anything, but put your answers in the chat by all means. And we'll have a little fun, and then we'll get to our celebration of why we're here. let's see. Speaking of which, since I'm drinking eggnog, what country did eggnog come from?
Is this a multiple choice?
What country originated this beautiful beverage? It's not multiple choice. You've got the choice of all the countries. So there's your multiple choice.
Okay. So the entire world.
Oh, we've got, you know what, John, see that? Eric, do you see that in the corner where it says John Roberts, Germany? In the lower corner, see that? Well, no, I think we're getting YouTube comments that come up automatically now, which is pretty neat.
Oh.
No, John Roberts says Germany. Beth says UK. Are you okay? UK? Kelly also is guessing Germany. Where did she go? There she is. We've got 2 Germanys. We've got a UK. We've got the Nether, the land of Nether. Anybody else? Where did eggnog? Where does it come from? This beautiful beverage. Tonight is not sponsored by Southern Comfort eggnog, but that is what I'm drinking. It doesn't have Southern Comfort in it. It's just their brand.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, there's not a, I don't know.
It's always better when you doctor it up yourself.
Yeah, I like Bailey's Irish Cream, but I wouldn't. They make the eggnog, like the eggnog drink, alcoholic. I don't think I'd like it. I don't think I'd kind of go for
the Evan Williams. They put everything under the sun in it. It's got rum in there. It's got whiskey in there, and you don't have to add anything. But I don't like it. I prefer just one thing. You add either whiskey or rum in it, and it's so much better.
We've got a late arrival. Mr. Andrew Cremines is joining us. Evening, Jen. Sorry I'm late. Hey, better late than never. Dwight saying
your card.
Andy, that is
awesome.
That is a masterful card.
Yeah.
Andy makes custom Christmas cards for his family and friends each year. And they're always something special. And this year it's you can see it's a takeoff on Mad Magazine, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a solid eggnog. Love boozy eggnog. I think the Fireball would have worked really well. Yeah, the recommendation was not to go with the Jim Beam, but to put Fireball in it. So we do have a winner. Our eggnog comes from, courtesy of Beth, UK, England. Is the originator of the nog, of the cracking of the eggs.
I'm not surprised.
Just since Andrew's on my mind, and we won't have time to promote it. Next Thursday, Andy is our guest for the first of our it's the first of our holiday episodes, but not of our holiday content. He's the expert on all things animation, so we figured let's get him for Nightmare Before Christmas. Disclaimer: I say it many times throughout the episode that it's going to be episode 101. Is actually episode 102.
Yeah.
We slid in a different episode. So throughout the episode, especially towards the end, I keep saying this is going to be 101. Sorry, it's going to be 102.
Yeah, we wanted to honor Christine McVie's passing, so we kind of slid that one in there.
Yep,
unexpectedly. Sorry, Andy, but it'll be next week.
Yeah.
So
everything he knows is a lie. It's true. But if he's a liar and he says that, does that mean everything he knows is
right now?
truth?
He's like, "Good night, gents. See you. Bye."
if everything I know is a lie, but then when I say I'm telling the truth, is that a lie? Or is telling the truth the lie?
I don't know. When you were
things to ponder,
mind shit,
mind games,
your mind.
Wow. Okay. All right. We'll do one more trivia question, then we'll get to the celebration. Let's see. Which one of Santa's reindeer has the same name as another holiday mascot? Which one of Santa's reindeer has the same name as another holiday mascot? Should be easy if you go through it. If you go through your reindeer, which one of Santa's reindeer has the same name as another holiday mascot? Here they come. They're coming in. We're going to wait. We're going to wait before we put them up. And we shall see.
The barrage of answers.
Yeah, everybody's got it. It took a while. Everyone had to go to. Well, we got one wrong answer. Well, the right answer, Sean, is Cupid, the mascot of Valentine's Day.
Okay. Yeah.
Cupid, right?
Cupid.
He's that little arrow shooting angel that kind of comes down with his diaper and his little quiver of arrows. Pretends he's Kevin Costner in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh goodness.
Anyway. Oh goodness.
All right.
Anyway. You ready to reveal? Are you ready to reveal? Ready to announce? Wait, I got to get it ready. No. Wait, not yet. Got to get it ready. Let me get that set. Hang on 1 second. Share screen. Put that there. We've got some trivia here from Timmy. Blitzen is Irish whiskey for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Blitzen.
Nick Leshy, how are you? Welcome aboard. Thanks for you're making it just in time as we're announcing what our milestone is. We haven't done it yet. We've been teasing. Hang on, I gotta add people to the wheel of names too. Let me do that before I forget because I have it closed. Just because it's dragging down the stream. It's dragging us down. We got
Dwight,
so good.
Andy, Tim.
Hang on, Tim.
And Nick.
Andy, White, who will probably win. It's his wheel.
Should we even add him to the wheel?
Yes, he should. He's lucky. He's lucky. 3320 pod with Home Alone 2 in Michael? The background. What's better?
How are you, Michael?
Yeah, you know what? As long as Home Alone 2 is in the background and we're in the foreground, that's great.
So you're saying that those are explosions going on, like fireworks or something? It looks like snow.
It's like those little laser things.
It looks like snow.
Good.
Very effective.
I'll take it.
Very effective. So anyway.
Wendy's asking for the drum roll, please. Perfect. Wait, I think we have a drum roll.
Oh, God. Can't wait to hear what this sounds like.
No, I don't have that.
That is no.
So one of the things about the podcast is, we started doing it. It is a rim shot, I know. We started doing it, and we did it just for us, right? That was the thing. And obviously you're going to put yourselves out there and you're going to put it out there for people to listen to, but it's hard to tell really what the reality of that is.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of, it's there, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry, it seems, has their own podcast. And then you've got people like Joe Rogan, who's got, millions of listeners per day. So, we're one of many, but we put ourselves out there. And one of the barometers that Eric can tell you that I stress over, right?
Yeah.
Throughout it's a roller coaster. It's peaks and valleys. Is our downloads. How many people are actually listening to, or at least starting, right? Whether or not they listen to the whole episode, how many people, when I say the word download, that means someone starting to listen to it, not downloading to their computer, but pulling it up on whatever the podcast provider of their choice is, mm-hmm. right? And much probably to Eric's annoyance, I would cry about the months that it was slow, and then I would be happy with the months it was big, but trying to figure out what it all meant.
It's like a board meeting. I'm like sitting there, he's got the laser pointer. See how this month went down, and blah, blah, and I'm like,
it was like Meet Joe Black. We're not selling the barbecue. It's my company, damn it.
Yeah,
I'll do with it whatever I want.
Is that your Tony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. In Meet Joe Black, but
okay.
The big milestone, and I'm gonna put a graphic up. Actually, I put the graphic up, and you guys will see exactly what's going on.
Let's
do it. Let's let this do the talking. Yesterday, we hit our 10,000th download or listen. Our 10,000th download or listen, which is a quite a big milestone for the little podcast that could. Mm-hmm. We've had 10,000 listeners. We've got 130 episodes, plus we've got quick hits. We've got some other, we did the Boba Fett stuff. We've got a decent amount of content out there. yesterday we hit 10,000 downloads or listens or streams, whatever you want to call it, which is a huge milestone for us. So I put together a little graphic just so we can kind of, talk about this a little bit. Let's get some of let's bask in the accolades first. Yay. Woohoo.
I think it's great.
It's fantastic. Congratulations. No, nothing better than a Traveling Wilbury song title.
So where's the applause, Dean? Where's the
10K?
There you go. That's what I was waiting for. That's pretty.
Thank you, John. Very subdued reaction. Yeah. Just kind of very
But it's not too shabby. Like you said, Dean, it's two guys just doing it for ourselves. And, obviously we don't have a lot of the,
yes.
The sponsors or the bells and whistles that some other podcasts have. We don't have. Dean does he does all the production himself. We record every week, and it's, sometimes the equipment doesn't work in our favor. And, there's been a lot of hiccups, from time to time, but you know what? I love that. I love the fact that it's very off the cuff in that sense. It's just not, and to get that many downloads in the span of since we began, I'll take it.
Yeah. And at about an hour each, apparently that's 416 days of streaming nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could even handle that. So let's just kind of look back. And if you look at the first date, 2/24/21, that's the day we launched our first batch of episodes. I had made a trailer about 2 weeks before because you learn by doing. We just learned this seat of the pants.
Mm-hmm.
This was going on YouTube, reading articles, how to start a podcast. What do you do? The first thing was everyone's like, you got to make a trailer so people can kind of, see what you're about. So I made a quick trailer. Hey, this is what it's going to be like. We're coming soon. So on February 24th of 2021, we launched our first 2 episodes. We were supposed to do them all on the 25th. So here's the inside story: is the 24th is a Wednesday. And we had selected Thursday as our day of when we were going to put the episodes out.
Yeah.
And everything I'd read is like, you can't just debut your podcast with 1 episode, because if people want to listen to more, they're going to have to wait and then they're going to walk away. So we had done a lot of rehearsing. We did a lot of we did a lot of rehearsal podcasts, which I have those archived still.
Mm-hmm.
We did Huey Lewis in the News, sports, which I actually probably want to do that as a real episode. We did Gino Vanelli, Black Cars, which no one wants to hear but us. And we did 12 Angry Men, and we did a film one as well. So we kind of did that just to kind of see, in form and function, what the podcast would feel like, what it would be like. And then we set to figuring out the format. Then we set to talking about what we wanted to do. So we had 3 episodes ready from the jump. Episode 1 was Led Zeppelin 2.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 2 was The Breakfast Club, and episode 3 was Phil Collins, Face Value. When are the lost episodes being released? I could tell you, if I ever fall behind and we have no content, you will get a lost episode.
Yeah.
If we fall so far behind in our recording that I don't have anything ready, you will get a lost episode.
And I might add that we've done a pretty decent job of being there, even through COVID. We both had it. We both came down with it, and we pushed right through. And I know Dean was like in one episode, he was absolutely dying.
Yeah.
And but we did it. And
3324 Criterion Collection, Eric. That's for you.
There you go. Yeah, the behind the scenes, whatnot.
Learning on the fly, right?
There were certain ones that I would love. 12 Angry Men. I think that's a round table one for sure.
Yeah.
But we needed to kind of, get some of this stuff out there, and it is a little bit more difficult to just for 2 people to just discuss a film. I think.
We were learning. It could be done, but we quickly learned. We quickly kind of, so 2/24/21, our first batch of episodes came out. As you can see, by June 23rd, we had our first 1,000 downloads, which was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, wow, pretty neat. And I remember talking to Eric, because I have all the all the data, all the analytics I have, and I'm like, people in Ireland are listening to our podcast, and I just didn't get like it didn't. It was kind of like, okay, family and friends, right? Family and friends are always going to be there and they're going to listen and all that great stuff. But it was like, now the circle expanded, and not only did it expand, but it expanded to a different continent. I'm like, okay, how, like I was starting to say to Eric, well, how, like rhetorically, like how are people finding this? Like, how are they finding our podcast? So on the 23rd, we hit the 1K. Earlier this year in March, we hit 5,000. So that's when I started getting worried in my mind, in my OCD mind. I'm like, I want the 10K by the end of the year. I want the 10K by the end of the year. And again, we're going to go in. We'll give you some behind the scenes stuff. In the summer, our downloads just started tank. Like they were not the same. Yeah. And every like month or so, I'd be like, Eric, man, I said, I don't know if I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And it seems, I guess, that the summers are just kind of slower for podcasts because people are on vacation because they picked up again. So then, as you can see, yesterday,
that's no excuse because Dean's point, it's always, well, you could, while you're driving to the beach, you could put on the podcast and listen to it in the car, or which is true. But like you say, there are a billion upon billions of podcasts out there. What do you choose? So.
Yeah. So we set our minds to doing this, and we just started, and again, we learned as we went along. We figured, okay, we want to have guests. Let's see what that means. Let's see what we can learn from it. Let's see if the content, do we get better at our content? Do guests enhance it? And we learned quickly that guests greatly enhance a lot of our content. And we've ramped that up in bringing in guests more often, and because it makes it a lot of fun for I'm speaking for myself, it makes it a lot of fun. We really hit our stride when we have a group on, and it's just and we just let people go and express their love for whatever the content is. Whatever, when we have Andy on, he loves the content that he's talking about. When we're talking about Ozzy and Metallica, you could, he loves that stuff. It's genuine. It's not him just, reading, parroting stuff. When we have our movie ones, we have the roundtable with Nick, Sean, Christy, Kelly, anybody else we've had on, they love those films. It comes through when we're joking and riffing. So, for me, that's the best part of.
And it's always great to discover, we know Andy's the go-to guy for horror too. Like, anytime a horror film, we want to talk about a horror movie. He's definitely in with that.
He's our Halloween man.
Yeah. But that's, it's trial and error, but personalities come in, you know, these people, what they like, and it's a lot easier to, but I'm very surprised by certain roundtables that we've done that we're, actually that there are people who will love certain movies that I had no idea that they would like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so it's like, it's always interesting to see, oh my God, I wouldn't think you like that movie, but here we go. We're talking about it. We're joking about it. We're having,
and just the conversation and where the conversations go, just kind of really makes
a lot more off the cuff for sure, because Dean and I know each other so well that sometimes it's like, we're waiting for the other to speak, and we're just, it's like, we'd be finishing each other's sentences. I think it's
like dancing with somebody that you've known for 100, the stuff.
And it's like, okay, but getting that new blood in there, really has amped that up. And
the different points of view, which leads to interesting conversation and leads to different things. So 10,000 downloads. Thank you to everybody. I mean, let me tell you something. I'm responsible for 9,000 of them. I listen to the show all the time. So 9,000 of those downloads are mine. The other 1,000 are just other people who probably did it. No, seriously. It's been a lot of fun. The one creepy thing that happened early on, which Eric didn't understand, I was kind of creeped out about, because we have a 3324 podcast email address. Mm-hmm. And some guy in Philadelphia emailed and he goes, "Can I have your autographs?"
Yeah, this was I'm like second or third month in.
Yeah, it was like June of the first year, and we got an email to our thing saying, "Hey, can I have your autographs?" And I'm like, I said to Eric, I'm like, it's kind of weird. Like why does he want our autographs? I'm like, this is kind of like, it was just kind of really strange. And then I had to like figure out a way to get Eric to sign something and then get it back to me. So then I could sign it so that we could mail it out to this guy. It was just this whole other strange thing. But anyway, it's just been nothing but fun. And looking forward to it. Even if we only got 1,000 downloads, it doesn't make a difference. It's the journey that we're going on and reconnecting with old friends and bringing them into the podcast as well.
Exactly. It's the people,
which was a great conduit to reconnect with people that I haven't spoken to in a long time. So,
and like we always say, it's
those
always
autos
great.
before you get big.
we have some of the most talented people as well in our circle of friends too. So, we like to, I don't know. I just love bragging about some of the people we know, maybe it's because we're not quite there, but it's like, but you guys, who you are out there. So we won't embarrass you.
Well, let's embarrass them.
Okay.
Go ahead, embarrass them. Embarrass away. Well, if we're
going to start with Andy, of course. I mean,
I was going to say, if you didn't listen to our Casablanca, our 100th episode, well, then shame on you. What are you doing here? There's Ray Fry. What up, Ray Fry?
Hello, Ray.
Our very first guest was Mr. Andrew Cremines. He graciously kind of helped us navigate through what is it like having someone else.
Yeah.
In our room and in our conversation.
Mm-hmm. And it was great.
No, it's Joe. It's eggnog and Jim Beam.
No Southern Comfort in the eggnog.
It's the holidays. So Andrew Cremines was our first guest. Then we wanted to do a movie episode, and I knew Glenn Ross is one of my favorite films, and I knew it was somebody else's favorite play and film. Mm-hmm. So I reached out to Sean Grady and said, "Hey, you want to help us out?" And he said, "Gladly." So we grabbed him. And then from there, it was Kelly.
Yeah,
was right after that.
Kelly on one of her.
No, it was Nick. It was Nick then Kelly. We did Batman Begins with Nick Leshy, who has become the we call him the professor. He brings the sense of gravitas to the.
They both do. Both Sean and Nick are teachers, but they're both actors as well.
Yep.
Very talented actors, I might add. And Christy Cuomo.
Then joined us
as another regular.
Yep, another regular. And then we had most recently we had our good friend Robert Prisman from high school.
Yes, and I had no idea. If you've seen his on Facebook, his Rock and Roll Diaries, check it out, guys. I mean, he knew a lot of people. He met a lot of people working. He was working for Tower Records for quite a while. His wife worked for, what was it?
One of the labels,
Sony Records. Yeah. So he got some ins to
Sean
meet some
Steak Knives Grady. Absolutely. Third prize is you're fired.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we also had our good friend Jerry Sullivan come on, who's got a very dry sense of humor. He brings a different kind of vibe. And then Nick's friend, Roland DeRucci, who I really enjoy having on, who's really, really well read in the art of filmmaking.
He's a filmmaker.
About the technological aspects. But then when he's on our show, he lets it loose.
Yeah, very off the cuff.
He's got his own podcast on YouTube, which you should check out. It's called Ready Speaker.
Well, I had the privilege of doing one with Nick Leshy. We both guested on that, so check that one out. We did Don't Worry, Darling, and Pray. And it was he wanted to kind of critique both films, but what was the commonality of those two movies between the two? So it was a very interesting choice. So the conversations
you've got somebody interrupting you.
Yeah. Okay.
Ray is our next guest actually on the docket, who's going to be joining us, and he's already saying, "Forgive me, but what is the milestone? What's the milestone?"
Okay. Our milestone
10,000 downloads, baby. 10,000 downloads.
Everybody's speaking for us. There you go.
10,000 stream. We're celebrating 10,000 streams of our podcast since we. Can you try and get an interview with the members of Minikiss, the old world? You know what, John? That's a really great question. Because if anybody, no one's ever asked what's on the horizon.
Yeah.
And I've talked about it with Eric briefly, but I think trying to do some type of an interview or gets even somebody and do some type of an interview, I think is kind of the next evolution for us. I don't know what that would look like, what form or function it would take, but it is absolutely something that is always on my mind of actually getting some artistic people in and interviewing them.
And who knows where that could lead. One
It would be
person
a
knows
huge
one
hit.
person, another person knows another person, and you never know what could happen. So,
so that is John, that is absolutely like on our mind, and that coffee's for downloads, not for coffee's for closers. Meaning, if you listen to the whole episode, you get the coffee. If you close the episode and listen to it, you get it. So, so enough about us. That we're ecstatic about it. We're gonna keep rolling. It's just kind of if we can get Kevin Bacon, we all know him.
There you go.
We're only 6 degrees.
Kelly would definitely be tuning into that one.
We're only 6 degrees separated. Listen, we're giving away some prizes tonight. So let's get back to that. Let's get back to the fun festivities. We're going to do some holiday trivia as well. So let's get back to the fun stuff. Because we've done enough talking about ourselves. We'll see you at 20,000. We're going to keep going. We've got trivia nights coming back in January. So all that great stuff. Best Cousin was
right
in a
on the
movie
head there, my friend. You said when you said we're just going to keep going.
Yeah.
So
Best Cousin was in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
And not only that, but let's also point out that we did hit our 100th episode.
Yes.
Casablanca. It was our 100th full-length episode, but Dean has the quick hits. There was a few other things that we threw in there, like the Book of Boba Fett critique and all that. And then we're doing live shows, and then of course the stuff, putting a lot of this on YouTube as well. Dean's starting to put our episodes on YouTube, so there's a visual aspect to what we're doing now. So we're just going to keep. And
then
going.
since we've got Sean and Nick here, also let's take a moment to plug. Coming out this coming Monday for the next 2 Mondays. Well, we got to plug a couple things actually.
It's a lot.
While we've got your undivided attention, one of the things, and this is really important, then we'll stop talking about ourselves. One of the things that we decided we wanted to do last year was leverage the power of the people that follow us and listen to us. And we started 3324 Gives Back, the Great Give Back. And last year we raised $1,500 for a charity, which was the SHRM Life Center, which helps families in need. This year, we're working with Ready to Empower, which is a charity that helps women create positive change in their life. We're trying to raise $2,000. We're at 605, I think. We're committed. Actually, tomorrow we're going to post. We're donating $500 to that kitty. So tomorrow we're going to be over $1,000. We're trying to get to 2,000. Anything you can donate. $10 will help. Okay, that's what we're gonna leave it there. But the links are on our page. They're on my personal page. You can find it. Anything you can donate to help us give back, and that's one of the great things I love about doing this in our community is that we have the ability to then help other people and help people in need. So that's the big ticket item. Now, this coming for the next 2 Mondays as well. One of the things, another tradition we started is the 3324 holiday treasury, which is I thought it would be a great idea to get some of our John. If you go on, if you're on it's only through Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, it could be a little difficult. But if you're on Facebook, you can go to my profile or go to the 3324 page. And we've got a donation. The fundraiser is there in the link. Yes, you can only access giving on Facebook, unfortunately. Unless you want to give to them directly and let them know it's on behalf of us, that would be great too. That would be fantastic. They're actually located in Greenwich. But anyway, we've got coming this Monday, we've got the Holiday Treasury Volume 3. And what that is that's a collection of short Christmas/holiday stories read by some of our guests that have been along the way with us. I just think it's something nice for, if you're tired of listening to holiday music. Last year we put out volumes 1 and 2. This year we're putting out volumes 3 and 4. We've got a collection of short stories that you could put on while you're rapping or doing something in the background, or just something to listen to, which is a lot of fun to get creative people in a room together and listen to them narrate and record that. And then we kind of give that as a gift to everybody. So this coming Monday will be volume 3, and then the following Monday will be volume 4. So we've got that coming too. Let's get back to the prizes. What are we giving away? We're giving away Donald Duck Funko Pop and Sean Grady, Don Vito Corleone. We're going to be giving away one of each of these. Your name, if you're here, your name is put on the wheel of names. I just got to add Ray to the wheel of names. What do they have in common? They're both Dons. Don Duck and Don Corleone. One has the garrote, holiday themed garrote, and one initiates the hits.
Yeah. If you put them both side by side, it looks like Vito was telling Dono what to do. He's like, hit him. So
he's ordering them. Okay, let's do some holiday trivia. We got a little bit more time. We'll do some holiday trivia. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman? Look how they massacred my boy. In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman? We've got answers coming in. They're tumbling in. Let me see. I have to add Ray. Who do I have to add? Ray and Joe. If Joe is still with us. Joe's got to stay. Joe, you got to stay because you got to win. We need you here, buddy. Is there anybody else I missed? Mike Legiro, I missed too. Like L goes on to the wheel of names. Oh, we got the answers coming in. The first correct answer was, oddly enough, our very first guest, Parson Brown. No, I mean our first guest was Andrew Cremines, but the answer was Parson Brown. Ray Fry got it as well. Mr. Legiro got it. Nice last name. And Sean Grady got it. Joe's won 2 shirts. That's right. He pops in, gets his name on the wheel, wins stuff, and cuts out. He's got it down to a science. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? The Brown Parsons Project. That's right. Santa is the eye in the sky. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song?
So you tally everything up. Wow.
You got to tally up each run through.
Get out your calculators.
Okay.
Wow.
Get out your slide rule, your protractor. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? I'll give you a hint. It's an even number. It's an even number. Ray, it is not that easy. Because you have to count each stanza.
Mm-hmm. And it's not 12. The answer is not 12.
Oh, Joe was like what Ray said. I'm not going to do them. What Ray? I trust Ray. Ray is wrong. Although we do have a right answer in the chat. Damn it, Ray.
You got Joe on the wheel?
Joe is on the wheel.
Okay, good.
Too tired to think. Ray, I'll be reaching out to you. We're going to be setting a date for you to guest on our podcast. Hey, if anybody wants to guest on our podcast, you're more than welcome to it. You just have to like ELO or Fleetwood Mac.
Well, more specifically, Jeff Flynn or Lindsey Buckingham. No.
You have to take a 10-question ELO quiz if you want to be a guest on the show, and only the people that are guests are the only ones that have passed it. Many people have tried. Many have failed. The number. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? Sampling. Ray said 42. Sean said 68. Beth said 78. Kelly said 30. White said 94. Tim, 68. Mike, 78. The correct answer, we got one correct answer. Wendy, 364. because you have to count each time they start at the first day of Christmas is 1. Then the second day is 1 plus another 2. So it's 3. And then you have to add the original 1 from the first one. It builds. It builds quick. It builds quick.
Almost how many days in the year?
Yeah, oddly enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly enough.
See how that works? Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that. That's pretty cool.
What is the best-selling Christmas song ever? What is the best-selling Christmas song ever? Ever.
I'm going to take a stab and say it's
no, you can't say anything.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
Okay. We'll reveal a little something after the answer.
Uh-huh.
What's the best-selling Christmas song ever? No Googling. Stop it.
Put it down.
Put that phone down. The biggest selling Christmas song ever. Best selling Christmas song ever. And it's in the millions. Let's see. We've got
here's my putt.
Oh, Wendy, you know what? Wendy's so honest. Wendy is so honest. She knew it from another trivia contest.
I think Brody has an answer.
Brody has an answer. So we've got the Christmas song.
Down.
That would be the Nat King Cole version, I'm guessing. All I Want for Christmas Is You, which is banned. Listening while driving. Well, talk to you later. White Christmas is Timmy's answer.
It's banned.
Jingle Bells. Wendy says White Christmas as well. Ray says Christmas song, Nat King Cole. So we've got 2 White Christmases and 2 Nat King Coles. We've got 2 All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh, no, not Mariah Carey. There you go. There's the, oh, no, not Mariah Carey.
Should have asked what's the most hated Christmas song.
Mark
Apparently
says White Christmas as well. Dwight says White Christmas as well. Dwight getting real with us, or that crappy Mariah Carey. The backlash is real. People, that was a beloved song. Now everybody hates it. The answer, the best-selling Christmas song ever, no doubt about it, because it's been out so long, is White Christmas by Bing Crosby. It is the best-selling Christmas song of all time. But guess what? It came out originally in 1945 or 42. So it's had a pretty big head start on everybody else. Little teaser for you. Next Thursday, we've got the Nightmare Before Christmas episode coming out. The Thursday after that is actually Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
White Christmas.
Actually, the album is called Merry Christmas, but we talk about the
we'll
song.
Go into much more detail about
White Christmas. So we'll give you everything you didn't want to know about Bing. Joe is relieved that the crappy Mariah Carey song is not the number one. No, it's White Christmas. I mean, that's the one. You know, that's Bing is like, that's the only thing he's known for. Der Bingle, as they call him. What is the name of George Bailey's guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life? The full name.
Oh, the full name. Oh,
the full name.
See? Swinging from the fences.
What is the full name of the guardian angel? Mark, how are you, Mr. Ward Willis? Welcome aboard.
Hello, Mark.
Wow, we got to put two marks in the wheel of names. I'm going to do a Mark W. I'll do a Mark and a Mark W. How's that sound? Mark W. Mark W. I think that's everybody.
Any takers yet?
Yeah, everyone's giving first names. We've got one person that has given the full name so far. Everybody else is just, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first person to give us the full name is Mr. John Robert. Clarence Oddbody. Hey, and what's his designation? Can anybody tell us what his designation is? Does anybody remember his designation? Because James Stewart says, "What's that?" I don't tell you the first part, but when he says Clarence Oddbody, and then he says what his designation is. You want to take a crack at that? That's not one of the trivia questions. Clarence Oddbody is AS2. AS2, what's that? Angel second class.
Angel second class.
He's AS2.
Doesn't have his wings yet.
Nope. All right, two more, and we'll let everybody go.
Well, everybody's got to win the prize, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
Spin the wheel.
Let's see. What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising? What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising?
I want to say it's easy, but maybe not.
Yeah, we're not talking about streamed. Streaming doesn't mean anything.
Mm-mm.
We're talking sales.
No, this goes way back. I know
the
that.
Bing. So what was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising? Interesting. We've got the Saturday Evening Post, right? Which, Norman Rockwell did a lot of those covers, those classic covers. Everybody else has the same answer. The first one to get it right, Mr. Grady, Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, yep.
Might have, but you know what? I'm surprised no one said like Sears or, because, they used to be on the catalog, or what was the other, what were they before they were Sears? Not Wards, something else. Can't remember. But yeah, I'm surprised no one said Sears as well. That would have been a good guess. Anyway, for those that are coming late, what was the milestone that we're celebrating anyway? Why am I wearing a 3324 podcast service merchandise? I bought my stereo receiver from Service Merchandise. You used to go there, everything was out on display, and then you'd get the card and write the number, and then go, and it would come up on a conveyor belt, like you'd pay for it, and then it would come up on a conveyor belt, and the guy would, fifth number 38. God, that's me, yeah. And then they'd hand you the item. It was a showroom, which is very smart. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know that. And Consumers was the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then it went Service Merchandise and Consumer. Sears, the Sears catalog was just great.
So it was kind of like the store version of the in-store version of a
website,
or people on TV advertising, like the
just the item would be just out on display, and that was it. You could touch it, do whatever you want. Then when you wanted it, you had to fill out a thing. You went and paid for it, and then it came up on like a conveyor. They brought it out behind the glass too. Yeah, absolutely. So what was our milestone for those that are joining us late? The milestone was yesterday. We attained 10,000 streams or 10,000 listens of our podcast. 10,000 people listened to our podcast, some more than once, I'm sure, which we're happy for. But we achieved 10,000 streams in less than 2 years, which is a great, really achievement that I'm proud of. I'm proud of Eric. Patting myself on the back too. Kudos, give us an attaboy, give us a little bone, because we did a good job when our tails are wagging. So that was it. That's what we're celebrating tonight. Besides, we're celebrating the holidays. Let's do one more trivia question, then we'll give away some prizes. Let's see. What else we got here? Is there anything that's impossible?
I know you got one up your sleeve. Sorry, I seem distracted.
That's okay. The dog
is roaming, and Kelly went to go pick up my son, so she didn't take it with her. So
Andy's saying there are archives of all the old toy wish books from the Sears catalogs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s and online. It's wonderful. It is. And you know what's on YouTube, which I sit there and watch? Christmas commercials from the 70s and 80s too. So they just It's like a half hour. It'll just be all like the toy commercials that were on during the holidays, or the Kodak, the James Garner, Kodak commercial for the camera for during the holidays. Get the package. It gets you depressed.
Really?
Yeah. What was the most listened to episode? Hey, someone gave us a question about the podcast.
Yay. Because I'm all Dean's like, don't talk about the podcast, but we'll celebrate the downloads. But no, we can't give it no. But
what is the
that's a very good question, actually. What is the most listened to?
The most listened to episode, and there was a contender to the crown very recently. Our most downloaded episode, bar none, is the top 5 alternative hits of the 90s.
With our guest, Christy Cuomo.
With Christy. Yeah, I don't know why. I would have thought it would be, our top 5s are generally not the most popular episodes. They're almost like vanity. We do that because we just give ourselves a break and have fun and just kind of riff on stuff.
Yeah.
It is the most downloaded one. Something very interesting in September happened though. And Eric was kind of scratching his head. I said, Eric, the new Ozzy album's coming out.
Yeah.
I said, let's do an episode. Let's, and see if Andy wants to do it. And Eric's like, Andy will do it in a second. I was like, okay. So we listened to it and we kind of had, we weren't over the moon for it, but we certainly enjoyed it.
We mixed feelings for it, but
yeah. And what was the contender? The contender is, and that top 5 alternative hits of the 90s came out like last year. So it's had a year of just kind of steamrolling everything else. The Ozzy Osbourne episode came out in September 12th, I think it was, or whatever. It almost has as much. It literally went almost over 60 days with getting downloads every day. Normally, like our episode will it'll be popular for a while, it'll peter out, we won't get some, and then more people will pick it up and listen. This Ozzy episode just kept going, and it actually it almost caught the episode that was out for well over a year. So that was the contender. Thank you, Joe. Happy holidays. Thanks a bunch, Joe. Thanks for your support. We appreciate it. Take care. Ozzy rules.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's a new album, so it will take that criteria, and now we can use that to our favor. So it
was very interesting because it was outside of our wheelhouse, but it just the Ozzy episode just.
There aren't many people, especially Ozzy's age, putting out brand new material these days.
Yeah.
So an album, and not only an album, but we've come to find out there was a whole documentary made about the album. There was a whole series of music videos that came with it, and who's really doing that anymore?
Yeah.
So it's becoming a lost thing.
And to Nick's point, there, our timing was good because Ozzy's new album was coming.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was. I knew it was coming out, so we did,
and we knew nothing about it. Like we didn't know.
We did the podcast. The album came out on a Friday. Our podcast was out the week after, so it was fresh. The thing I learned about afterwards, because you don't know this, is no one really did there was no other podcasts about this album for the most part. So we kind of did a podcast about an album that no one really did. People have done episodes about Ozzy and other things, but no one did anything about Patient Number 9, which was weird.
Ozzy himself actually appeared on other people's podcasts to talk about it, but there weren't really many people who were discussing it. The album itself.
The one with Post Malone was from the previous album. I think it was called not Original Sin or Original Man or something like that. So yeah, that was with Post Malone and a couple of other ones. Sean, the sticklers for typos. So that was our second biggest episode. But every episode is special. There are ones that I go back and listen to our episodes as well, and some that are just fun for me to listen to. We could just say, we have to get through Sharon, the gatekeeper. We've got one more. Let's do one more Christmas trivia question. Then we're going to give away the prizes too. So, but thank you for that question, Beth. Okay, here we go. It's multiple choice, and there's only 2 choices. Do more Americans get real or artificial trees?
That's a good one.
Do more Americans get real or artificial trees? You got a 50-50 shot. That's the best I can do for you. A, Okay. What was A? Real or
artificial?
Real or artificial? Do more Americans get real or artificial trees? Interesting smattering of answers. The first two answers were A, which would be real, and real. Everybody else says artificial. Where's your spirit? What happened to you? What happened to you as a child that would make everybody say that? But then Mark Willis comes in and says real and saves it. And Timmy says real. Guess what? The Debbie Downers are right. Artificial trees are sold more than real trees.
Yeah.
It's artificial. It's fake. Fake. Sean had it first. Artificial trees. It was bullshit. All of it.
So you always had a real tree in your house?
Always had a real tree in our house until later in life, where, after all of the siblings moved away, my mom got a fake one and said, you know what, it's not worth it. But before that, it was always real. It was always my dad would get the Charlie Browns, which led to me getting the Charlie Browns. When I would set up a tree, I would get the spindliest, skinniest, weaselly looking thing, and it's kind of like, you gotta take those. Plus, I'm not spending $150 for a tree. Also, I'm like, where's the $20? I want pine needles all over the place because I want that smell. And we used to have a cat. And the cat would eat the tinsel, right? And then we're gonna get a little disgusting. What comes in must come out, and that thing would get stuck in the rear end like a fuse on a firecracker. So you have to pull it out.
Oh no. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Plastic trees, covered couch seat cushions. That is the quintessential holiday. At least the fake trees look real.
Artificial trees last longer, but I mean, I like the tradition of setting up a tree each year.
Real tree. Ray says he said artificial first.
And adding new ornaments every year. That's been my tradition. So it gets fuller and fuller every year.
Ray, I'm sorry. I've got Sean first. I'm sorry. Pine needles in June. Fun. Yeah, it's the gift that keeps giving. That's the whole point, is you get it in your car. It's like, what's that pine smell? Oh,
there's some people who keep their tree as long as they can too, right? They don't throw it out right away.
That becomes a fire hazard.
Right, but the point is, if it's not dead, you don't want to throw it away because it's a nice, it's a living thing. So you don't want it. So
but once it gets dried out, it's dangerous. But yeah, that's a true cat story. You could ask my brother. The cat would eat the tinsel. She would eat tinsel, and then it's just like weird. She would like paw at it. So we used to have to and she would paw at the ornaments too. So we would have to like have the lower part of the tree not have anything on it, just so the cat couldn't get to it. You have to have like the bottom would be kind of just nothing, like plain tree, and then everything would have to start.
And only Dean would tell that story too, right? Your brother and sister probably wouldn't tell that story.
They definitely would.
Okay,
I definitely would. Mark, back me up. Mark's parents had them up to March 1st one year. Jeez,
yeah.
Louise.
My aunt and uncle.
No, the cat was named Smokey because she was gray. She was here. Look, here it comes. Verification. True story. True story. What else?
Smokey. I remember Smokey. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not this guy's not a plant. He's for real. He's backing me up.
I remember when the first day I met Smokey. Yeah.
She was a scratcher. She was like the original Wolverine.
I was walking up the stairs to your room, and right between the banister, like she almost took my
swipe,
like my leg, like she almost got my my shin, like the side.
We loved her. We loved her to death. She was a great cat.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's give away prizes. We'll let everybody go. The celebration is done. Hopefully everyone's going to have a great holiday season as well. Whatever you celebrate or not celebrate, Do whatever makes you happy, then do that. And see, look, great cat. What more do you want?
Mm-hmm.
What more do you want? Great cat. Can't take anything away from Smokey. Anybody says anything about Smokey, we're gonna go round and round. Talk about Smokey. Have a great holiday season. Again, for those that missed it, we are having our second annual fundraising drive. It is for the Ready to Empower nonprofit group. They help women in need make positive changes in their life. If you can give anything, will help. The 3324 podcast team is matching $500 in donations. We're going to be making that match tomorrow. So that's going to put us over $1,000 to our $2,000 goal. So we're going to be more than halfway there. So anything you guys can help out would be a great appreciation. That would be great. And then this coming Monday, Volume 3 of our Holiday Treasury. That's Christmas short stories and holiday short stories read by some of our friends and guests to put you in the holiday mood. It's something to have on. Maybe when you're driving, you want to listen to something that's not music and not depressing news. You can put on it and let us tell you some stories as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So let's see. What are we giving away? Let's do this. We've got 2 gifts, one of each, that we'll be giving away. Whoops. Let's get that up here. There we go. We're giving away Donald Duck Funko Pop, or somehow they're related, Vito Corleone Funko Pop. So there's what we're going to be. 2 lucky winners. You're going to get one of each. What you'll need to do is once we spin the Dwight Burke holiday wheel of names, you'll need to contact us on our 3324 podcast page and give us your address so we can have it sent out to you. Unfortunately, we don't.
What?
There it is. I'll talk before he whacks Carlo. He's coming behind him.
Hello, Carlo. Oh God.
Anyway, that's what we're giving away. So let's pull up the wheel of names and do me a favor, take a look at the wheel, make sure your name is on there. So I didn't make a mistake, because I've been known to do that. I've been known to leave off names and I've gotten roasted and toasted for it. So, but I think we've got everybody tonight. Thank you everybody for joining us. It's really a lot of fun. Appreciate it, and helping us celebrate
just our latest,
really a great achievement. Yeah.
Yeah,
our latest milestone, one of many to come. You can't not see that now, Sean. Whoops. Guess we lost it. There it goes. There we go. A little slow. I think everything's going to slow down. We got to kill the Donald Duck stuff. There we go. Okay, here we go. Here's the wheel of names. Dwight's got his Santa hat on, so he is ready to give away some holiday prizes. He just came back from Atlantic City, and he's got some Funko Pops with him to give away. This is a gluten-free prize. You should add Christy. Yeah, she's not here. She didn't make it, so that's, the time we give away the gluten-free, she's not here. All righty. Is everybody's name on there? We've got Beth, John Robert, Sean, Wendy, Kelly, Timmy, Nick, Andy, Dwight, Ray, Joe, Mike L, Mark L, and Mark WW. I think that's everybody.
That's it.
Right?
That's
nice turnout tonight.
Mm-hmm. And we thank you.
Yes, we thank you. So should we do, how many shuffles do you want to do? 100 for 100 episodes?
That's a little long.
All right.
About 10. Let's just do 10.
Okay, we'll do a division. We'll do a power of it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do 10. We'll shuffle 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are we giving away? Which Don is going first? Don Duck or Don Corleone?
Let's do Donald Duck first.
Don Duck. We'll do that next. Next, we'll do 12 for 12 Days of Christmas. We'll be the next round of shuffle. So here we go. Okay. This is for the Don Duck with his garrote of Christmas lights, getting ready to whack somebody, because Donald Duck is always just cranky anyway. So it actually makes sense that might be a garrote, and he's gonna do somebody in. Some kid probably throwing snowballs at him or something. So here we go. This is for the Donald Duck. No, it's not winner's choice, because then the second person only gets, we have to assign it, unfortunately. Because then if the other person, well, I wanted it, and it's like, okay. You know what? Why don't we do winner's choice? If you both want Don Corleone, you can have Don Corleone. If you want Don Duck, you can have Don Duck. You know what, Elizabeth? You're right. Beth, you're right. How's that sound?
That's
let it not be
fine.
said that we don't take the considerations and wishes of our fan base to heart.
If
so
it
you can
lands
choose.
on Kelly, I will speak for her because she's not here right now.
All right. Jeez.
Yeah, I want that Corleone.
All right, here we
I'm
go. Winner's choice. But you know what? If you're not here, though, we're going to choose for you. Timmy, are you here? Timmy, you won. Timmy, can you hear me? Timmy, you have won your choice. If you are still with us, let us know what you want. Otherwise, we'll choose one for you. And I'm going to be seeing you soon anyway. So we'll get it. We'll make sure that you get it, Tim. So congratulations, Tim. You have won your choice of Don Duck or Don Corleone. I like saying Don Duck because it just sounds so different.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like more professional, like Don Draper. They should do a Donald Draper, but Donald Duck from like Mad Men, but Donald Duck and call him Don Duck.
Oh, I'm sure they made Don Draper. She should have had 3. Should have had all 3 Dons.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe Don Johnson as well.
There you go.
Anyway. All right.
Dons.
So 12.
So 12 shuffles for Nick. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Nick, for recommending 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. And he'll take Don Julio. I don't know if we can ship that. I don't know if we can ship the Don Julio, but here we go. For your choice of Don Corleone or Don Duck, the winner is, oh no, Kelly Cooper.
I know she would say Don Corleone.
Tim, I will reach out to you and we'll let you know, and we'll find out. We'll get you either Don Duck or Don Corleone. Kelly Cooper has won, and she's going to take Don Corleone, and that is by proxy. She is being told that that's what she wants.
Now, she would definitely pick Don Corleone, I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet she wants Donald Duck. You know she wants Donald Duck.
What can I tell you?
All right, that's going to do it. Oh, my God, an hour and 15 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. Wow, yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, see, now Kelly's there. She's saying yay. So, Kelly, what would you like? Kelly is back.
Kelly, would you want the Donald Duck or you want Don Corleone?
Yes, you can answer to me because I'm going to send it. Don't feel
Don
intimidated.
Don Corleone.
Yes, Eric is right. Okay.
Don Corleone.
Congrats all. Give her the duck. Ray wants 6 golden rings. And this is it. Sean's got it right. Both Dons are badass. Donald Duck is a badass.
You made Donald Duck badass. You know,
he don't take no crap off nobody. You right?
He's ready. He's ready.
Thank you, Mark. Ward Willis.
Thank you, everybody.
Well. Yeah, again, it was a great pleasure and a lot of fun to share this evening with you and share this milestone, especially during the holiday time. It's really great. Thank you, Wendy, for joining us as well. Thank you for your honesty that even though you got the question right, that you had heard it on trivia before, but that's okay. That's part of your knowledge base now. So that's yours. That's yours to take with you. So that's going to do it. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to take a couple weeks off. Here's to 100K. Yeah, absolutely. It's doable. It's doable. With everybody's help and support, it's been nothing but great. We really do. I say it on all my podcasts, and someone said, "You say it so much." We do appreciate it, and that's why I make sure I say we appreciate everybody that listens because it means a lot. There's a lot of stuff, and not everybody is a podcast listener. So people that maybe have gotten into podcasts because of us, I appreciate that as well. We cannot play ourselves out to Mariah Carey because then this stream will be taken down from a copyright strike. From the heavens.
We're not going down for Mariah Carey. Sorry.
What did you just say? You're not what?
I said we're not going.
You're not going down on Mariah. What?
I know you. Okay, don't get your mind out of the gutter. We're not going down because of Mariah Carey.
That's okay.
That's
gotcha.
No,
gotcha.
So.
Okay. Thought you were having a little bit too much of that cracking.
No.
But, But yeah, we will. Everybody enjoy the holidays. We're going to regroup, and in January we'll put together another real trivia night with the points and everything, and the big time prizes. So that look forward to that. But in the meantime, everybody have a great holiday season. Enjoy the time with each other. Whatever you celebrate or not celebrate, that's fine. Just everybody stay safe. Have a great time, and
we'll see you in 2023.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. For Eric, this has been Dean, and we'll see you at the next 10,000 party. Well, it'll be before that, though. It's going to be in January.
You've been listening to the 3324 podcast with Dean Legiro and Eric Kuber. You can find us on your favorite podcast provider, so please like, subscribe, and rate to become a part of the 3324 family. Your feedback is important, so make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at 3324 podcast and on Twitter at 3324p to join the conversation.